Rashford would go,
Okay.
despite very questionable performances this season. I think we can agree on. I
He's on my
just
list too.
think he's over the top running as a weapon. He's something that none of the rest of the squad really have in their makeup. Saka,
Completely agree.
Foden, these sort of players are more to the ball.
Ball to feet kind of
And
people.
someone like Rashford, left wing, again, when you're going to have less of the ball, I think worries that even if it's just worries opposition enough that getting back out is helpful. And again, I think of things like extra time and stuff as well. So Rashford would go. I think for completely opposite reasons, Jack Grealish would still go.
Yep.
Because I think about it as well, and I think, well, if you did lose a Foden or something, who do you actually want to play on the left? I mean, it's probably still Jack for me.
Yeah.
So Jack Grealish would go. I know he's got his own injury concerns for me. And the other one that would go, because we need someone else who I think would be comfortable to play on the right, is Cole Palmer.
I've got him as well.
Yeah,
So who the hell have
Cole
I got
Palmer would go.
extra?
Madison.
Ah, that was it. Oh, so we're both in agreement. No Sterling.
Not even close, mate.
Yeah. But I think Southgate, would it shock you if he went with him?
Yes.
It would,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah. Because I think that I think even ahead of Raheem Sterling, I'll give you some other names. So a couple of young players, probably to discount. Noni Madueke, I think if we suddenly had a problem right wing, say something happened to Saka and Palmer,
Yeah.
what are we going to do out there? Well, it's probably shove Rashford and Foden as the two that could play out. I get that. Could that suddenly come onto radar? Emil Smith Rowe hasn't played enough. It's
Yeah.
probably, I know you found it alarming that he didn't even come on last night.
I wouldn't say I found it alarming. It was more as a fan, I wanted to see it.
Yeah. I think I would have liked to have seen Jacob Ramsey be in the squad, but he got injured for Villa. I think he's multifunctional in the sense you could play him central offensively, and I think also on the left. I think that sort of thing is handy if you're looking at squads. I would like to have had a look at him. I think Morgan Gibbs White might come into contention next season. Now doesn't feel right. Jaden Sancho is obviously off agenda.
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes has been in a lot of England squads. I don't think he'll get anywhere near this, and I think for me would probably be ahead of Sterling. Ebe Eze is not in this squad.
I found that tough.
Jared Bowen is not in this squad. And for me, another one I would like to throw as a call up into this squad, even if it wasn't for the summer, Anthony Gordon should be in this next England squad
In
as
the
well
March
for
one,
me.
yeah.
Can play left or right. It's
Yeah.
beneficial.
This is why I found it so hard. Like, I agree. I know in midfield I've gone light. I just didn't know where else to cut. I found it really difficult to do this.
The
But it's
reality is
interesting we had
how
one
much are you going
difference.
to use them? If we're thinking about this is where England does look mad strong, right? Because we could go. I think we've said sort of it's maybe going to be Foden left, Bellingham central, Saka right. Well, you could go to extra time and you can bring Palmer on the right. You can bring Rashford on the left and play Grealish at 10, or you can play Rashford right, Grealish left, Palmer at 10. How many more do you need?
Yeah, it's true.
And this is where for me perhaps again, it's that multiple role ability. All those three understudies that Palmer can play right central,
Yep.
Rashford left, right, and also cover Kane.
Yep.
So there's that case to it. This is why I don't think Ollie Watkins is a certainty because Rashford, in theory, could cover Kane, right? And obviously Grealish left or central as well. Madison is just central.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And I think the other problem with him, I think about us defensively as a 10, and he works really hard. He's a decent presser. I just think him and Kane, ironically, as the Tottenham fans saying this, as a partnership, I think it's a little bit light on speed
Yeah, that makes sense.
together. If something happened to Kane and Watkins was going to be our nine, I'd be a bit more keen on
Then it would
Madison.
make more sense. Yeah.
And I just think even if I took Madison, what's wrong with playing Palmer in at 10? I got asked
Yeah.
this last week, like Palmer or Madison, if you could only have one. I said Palmer then.
I think I
And
was on that pod with you. Yeah.
that was before thinking about putting this together. So I think love him to bits. It's been great for us. I James
But
Madison
for
misses.
England, it doesn't
I
make
think
sense.
if
Yeah.
everyone's fit, I think he misses out.
the way you've outlined that to me, that makes sense. Like, if I could do this exercise again, I think I would change that now based
And
on the
Eze,
argument you put forward.
love him. Leaving Eze out feels.
Yeah,
I think for Eze to get in, probably needs at least one of Grealish or Rashford to be injured. I think then he comes back onto consideration. I think specifically, I listed kind of first choice backups if certain players missed out. If Grealish missed out, I put Eze as the first backup.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, it's tough fitting them attacking players in,
yeah.
and that also means
We're
leaving a big.
stacked.
It means you're leaving a big player out up front with what we've done here as well. For
Who's
me, it's no Tony.